Here in Texas, our state medical board will consider language to clarify what qualifies as a medical exemption to the abortion laws. At a board meeting on Friday, our health reporter Haley Hernandez is joining us in studio for more on this story. Good morning.
Yeah, I mean, this agenda item has been a long time coming for a lot of people. At the upcoming board meeting, they are going to talk about that language because of confusion over what qualifies as a medical emergency under Texas's abortion laws. Dr. Andrea Palmer, a practicing OB-GYN in Texas, is joining me live this morning to talk about it. Dr. Palmer, as I mentioned, this has been a long time coming for a lot of people. I've interviewed people women who felt that their lives were put in danger because their doctors were confused on their rights. So tell us, what does the current language state when it comes to abortion exceptions in Texas?
Yeah, Haley, thank you so much for having me and for highlighting this story. It is so important. Currently, the law states that a woman cannot have an abortion unless, under the exercise of reasonable medical judgment, the doctor determines that a patient is experiencing a life-threatening physical condition due to pregnancy that places the female at risk of death or poses a serious risk of substantial impairment of a major bodily function.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of the woman I interviewed, Amanda Zarowski, who was declining in health, and they did not terminate until she developed sepsis, which we know is a life-threatening infection. So here's where the newest information comes from what we're talking about on this as pertains to this agenda item. In January, attorneys Steve and Amy Bresnan filed a petition asking the Texas Medical Board to issue, quote, clear guidance about when an abortion is permitted under the law. Within the petition, they also drafted new language. So can you tell us, do you have any idea what that proposal says exactly?
Yes, I've had an opportunity to review that proposal, and essentially the proposal is asking for clarification. It's asking for a potential list of exceptions that aren't going to leave physicians guessing on whether practicing good medicine is breaking the law in the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. It's asking that the medical board set forth some kind of protocols or steps that physicians can follow and put in protections for physicians to hopefully bar some harassment and frivolous actions due to the ways that our laws are structured.
Do you, as a doctor, welcome that change? I mean, have you been put in a tricky situation recently because of this law?
Yes, I think every OB-GYN in Texas has been put in a tricky situation since SB went down. The wording of the law is just really vague, and it is really hard to know where to draw the line as far as, every pregnancy is a risk. There is no such thing as a risk-free pregnancy. Sure. And so, it's really hard to say, oh, we're dying here, and this is when we need to intervene, when we know we could have intervened steps before that we would have reduced mortality and morbidity for a patient.
So just in case there's any confusion with our viewers, this is not talking about overturning these laws. This is asking for more clear guidance so doctors like Dr. Palmer can make better decisions for their patients. So what else is included in this petition that you guys are going to be talking about?
Well, what we would hope the medical board would be able to provide is some guidance about, really, we're talking about desired pregnancies here. We're talking about women who don't want to have to consider ending a pregnancy, but for a myriad of reasons, whether that be maternal or a fetal issue, it makes more sense for the health of the mother to terminate the pregnancy early as it does to carry it to term. And so we're thinking about things like babies who are forming without kidneys, babies who are forming without brains, that we know are not going to have an opportunity to survive outside the womb. We would love some guidance and some rules to be in place to allow us to take care of those women appropriately. We think about things like preterm rupture of membranes, where like your patient that you spoke with earlier, that you mentioned earlier, like I'm certain that was likely her situation, where we know that these pregnancies don't have a chance of making it to any kind of viable outcome. But we have been having to essentially wait until they get sick instead of intervening before that happens.
Yeah, you're having to wait until they get to that point where it's very clear to everybody. But if you guys decide on new language with the Texas Medical Board, then what would be the next steps in this actually becoming the rule for doctors in Texas?
So I'll be honest, I'm not sure about the logistical aspects on legally how this would appear, but I'm hoping that the board can provide some guidance and provide some protection that would allow us to take care of our patients without fear of repercussions.
Dr. Palmer, isn't that the perfect example of where, you know, political language and medical language, they don't always intersect? I mean, isn't that kind of the problem that we've come to?
This is the huge problem that we are at, is that, you know, legislating medical practice is tricky because there's no such thing as black and white in medicine. So I truly don't think the intent of these laws were to get in the ways of physicians doing our job, but that's what has happened. It's really hampered us from taking good care of people.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to hear what passes from this petition, this new agenda item, because I mean, I'm assuming that you will basically want more control of when you can make these decisions on behalf of your patient.
Right. As physicians, we would love to be able to make medical decisions instead of having the politicians do that for us.
Exactly. All right, Dr. Andrea Palmer, we appreciate your time this morning. That was really informational. Is there anything you'd like to let our viewers know before we let you go?
I just, more than anything, again, hope that that CMB can provide some clarity here for the people of Texas who have a uterus. Know that OB-GYNs are still fighting in your corner here. We are still here to take care of you, and that we're doing all that we can to make sure that you have choices when it comes to your own body.
All right, Dr. Palmer, thank you so much. We've appreciated your time this morning.